Okay, so go.
Hello, everybody. My name is Miguel Martinez. This is a presentation for manufacturing processes. We are group 7, and we are doing our term paper on the DeWalt 20-volt max brushless cordless power drill. Oh, let me introduce my team members.
So I'm Cassandra Lira.
I'm Hilary Lopez.
I'm José Lozano.
So the identification of the drill. Power drills are handy tools for home improvement and for all types of jobs around the home, small or large. From installing large picture hangers to making furniture, a power drill is always useful. Cordless drills are powered by rechargeable lithium-ion batteries at the bottom of the drill's handle, helping free the user from the power cord. All cordless drills convert electricity into power by using the attracting and repelling actions of magnets to get the shaft spinning. And while brushed motors require small metal brushes to work with the magnets to keep the shaft spinning, brushless models have an electric circuit board and a sensor to do the same thing. And as you can see there is a schematic picture of the drill.
Okay, so these are some of the components we'll be using to design the drill. To start off, we have the keyless chuck. This is the hole where the drill bit will be inserted in. These are engineered to quickly loosen and tighten the tool on the chuck collar of the drill, either by manual operation or when the torque is applied. So the purpose here is you spin the handle and the drill bit comes off. And if you spin it the other way, it tightens the drill bit. And it's basically used to drill the bits into certain walls or stuff like that. And then we have the gearbox, which is where that torque is transmitted to. The gearbox is made of gears, of course, and these gears are usually made of steel, tough steel that allows for excellent fatigue resistance. They're usually arranged in a planetary setup. And also the gearbox does contain the axle where the torque will be transmitted onto the drill bit.
Now for the switch assembly. Okay, for the switch assembly, it is a device that is used to power the mechanisms. It is usually a movement of push and pull. And in this version, it's just toggling. For this device, most of the switches are made to break or use as a brake on the electrical circuit. And basically on the assembly, the flow goes through the switch, and then you can control the power of the movement. For the housing set, the housing set
is what covers and protects all the internal components of the drill. Although this is the one piece that is the easiest to take apart and put back together, the housing set strength is important when holding the drill together. On the inside, it holds the transmission motor and switch assembly. The housing set is made of polybutylene terephthalate, also known as PBT, to keep it compact and sturdy.
Now for the stick selector, it's usually made of polyethylene terephthalate, which is usually known as PET. It is a highly resistant material component, and it's usually composed in the top of the drill. This stick selector comes with either 2 or 3 settings, depending on the model of the drill. Also known as the gear selector, this component is going to determine how fast the drill is going to go. And overall, the function on a cordless drill is usually to maximize the capacity of the drill, controlling the level of the revolutions per minute according to the power outlet. And for the charger for the cordless list will depend on the model of the drill, and it depends on how the amperage hour works on the battery itself. For this model, the charger will feed a battery of maximum of 20 volts with an ampere hour level of 5 ampere hour. And for this model, there are several features that understand the battery status in just the respect of holding the charge. temperature delay, and whether the problem is either with the problem line or with the battery itself.
Now for the shifter button. The shifter button is one of the main power control sites of the drill. It is an integrated gear shift and holds the high, medium, low, and gear speed functions. The drill has two separate gears available for use, a faster one that produces less torque for drilling holes and a slower one that holds more torque that can be used to insert or remove smaller bolts and screws. The gear selector lets you adjust the speed of the motor between different settings of high and low. And also the battery pack. Many cordless tools have an indicator battery pack that will indicate how much of the charge the battery has left. Push on the battery icon to turn on the indicator light. Some tools will also have these lights built into the tool if it's not on the battery. Many times when a battery dies, they will simply stop working with no slowdown or notice. And these indicators make sure that there are no surprises when using the tool. Some tools will also have these lights built into the tool that is not on the battery. And these indicators make sure that the tool can be easily used at the ease and allowed to be swapped out of the device.
Now for section 2, the material requirements. For this type of product, which is really complex, we use different testings to see which type of material was required for it. And as you can see, there were several components that we had to do a study on different materials that we needed to use. And on the next slide, you can see an overall statement on how the material we're choosing. For this example, in the table on the left, we compare PVT against PVC. And this is for the casing of the charger. As you can see, the different properties from mechanical, physical, chemical, and even the economical statements can be observed between the PVT and the PVC. Likewise, on the right hand with polypropylene and PET, you can see the comparison between the two materials. And from there, basically getting the best options at the best price and comparing all the aspects, we chose a material that needed to be used for certain specific parts.
Okay, so here we have the list of the components and the different processes that will be applied to them. So to start off, we have the keyless chuck. The flat sections of the chuck will be grinded to remove the metal from the surface. This gives the chuck a good surface finish, as well as high dimensional accuracy. Also, lapping will also be performed on the chuck. This is done to achieve geometrically accurate surfaces and obtain a close fit between two surfaces in contact. Also for the gearbox, the gears in this case will be forged. Forming gears rather than cutting them results in increased yield from raw material and can also increase productivity. To make forged gears, steel ingots are cast, reduced in size, and forged into the desired shape. In this case, they're relatively small. The gears will undergo case hardening also to create a hard outer case surrounding the gear teeth. This way, the gear teeth in contact will not deform easily. But still, the inside of the gear is relatively soft and ductile. And then we also have the clutch assembly, which will be manufactured by milling a metal piece into the main clutch plate. Milling is the most common form of machining. It's a material removal process, which can create a variety of features on a part by cutting away the unwanted material. And here we have two pictures. One is the gear grinding process, and then the second is the milling process.
For this section, we went ahead and created a unique routing sheet for each of the components. The point of this is to list the steps needed to manufacture each part. So here we have an example of the manufacturing plan for the keyless chuck. In this case, we can see this particular assembly is made up of 5 components. These include the nose, body, collar, spindle, and the jaws. The unit number categorizes the process being conducted on the part.
And then section 5 includes the sustainability. So as far as the materials, a lot of these materials are relatively expensive, and therefore it is suggested that we purchase them in mass quantity. And also, it'd be best if we purchase them from the US to help the economy continue to grow. Although foreign materials are usually cheaper, they're also known to have certain reliability issues. So we kind of want to avoid that. And also the fabrication will take place in the US. This will create jobs, which will help the economy. Again, fabrication in foreign countries is cheaper, but not necessarily ideal. Now, as far as the manufacturing processes, most of them are powered by electricity, so they have relatively no impact on the environment. And also, most of the metals involved in this drill are recyclable, which is good since people can recycle them and reuse the same metals. This concludes our presentation. Thank you.